Okay, so we backtracked a little bit just to see, and there's just no
Yeah, we had to look it
way.
up. There's no way to avoid fighting here. I think if you go the purely rebel route, you can, which I'm kind of curious about, but I don't think I'm gonna do. If I ever do a second playthrough of this game, it's probably gonna be on my own, and I can just report back on what changes. But like, beyond that,
I mean, I don't mind being with the disfavored. I just know eventually we're gonna have to strike out on our own because
probably.
you don't really think that that Ash is the best Archon to be allied with, especially because he's irate and
oh well, they
stuck
don't
in his
even.
ways, you know.
Yep. I just
Yeah,
wanna,
they're not aggroing. Huh, funny.
That's good stuff. Okay. Do I have anything? Well, I guess I'll just cast that.
Like, I would think the best person to be on terms with would be, I mean, like Bleed and Mark and such.
Yeah. But we can't work with them generally.
Nah.
Okay. Boom.
Whoa, that was cool.
Yeah, it's a multi-shot fireball.
Mm-hmm.
We got that ability soon. He was complaining about me doing spell crafting, but the spell crafting really is one of my favorite parts of
No,
this
I
game.
like the volleys.
Wow, because my Fire Master is going up, the range on this fire wave is...
Immense.
Yeah. It's getting big. Okay, let's keep sneaking. I can't believe they're not noticing that I'm just assaulting them from the front. Yeah, this is...
They're like, oh, you know, that fire over there, it's just another lava fissure exploding.
I guess that's actually kind
Clearly.
of a decent point.
No, that's what I was thinking. I mean, look at them. They're sitting over lava.
Okay, let's...
So the only reason why the Beastmen have sided with the Scarlet Chorus is the fact that the disfavored actually have attempted mass genocide of their species.
Guess so. I hope we find out later. It sounds like we've got at least one more area after this one to work with.
I mean, they haven't really elaborated on the Beastmen. I mean, Kills and Shadow is a party member.
No, we could probably talk to her at some point.
It would have been cool if by bringing her with, like, the Beastmen wouldn't fight. At the same time, I think they still would.
Yeah, it seems like that's... Oh, right. I need to update my flash fire. I'll work on that in a second. Oh, wait, no, I did. It adds the bleeding affliction. I need to give it the range adjustments, though. Yep. Yeah, originally I went with 2 melee characters in this game as a, like... Is she running away?
No, she's casting.
I was just confused. The beast woman just sprinted past Barrack for whatever reason.
Oh, I see.
And I was confused. Okay, so...
No loot.
Yeah, no loot.
Okay.
Okay. Barrack gets... Let's just keep giving him health. The more we give, the better this is going to work. Okay. Mind Vitality. Aid. Extra defensive benefits from shields. That seems like a good idea. Okay. Oops. I forgot, whenever you level up a character, it selects them only, which kind of makes sense, but it's confusing and it breaks stuff a little bit. Okay. Now we clear these guys out, and then we go into the library. And I'm just going to bring Barrack up here. We're going to start with...
Hey. Oh, the sensor lady
Fireballs.
is further on.
Yep. Fireballs. Okay. Is this Iron Tolling? Has my character finished casting? Yep.
What's up with Barrack?
He's...
He seemed to freeze for a moment.
Well, he's doing stuff. He'll be okay. Let's get a bit closer. Uh-oh. Can I get all of them?
Yeah.
I can't get all of them. Cool. Barrack, you've got this. Probably taunt. Because she is not super durable. Okay.
Is there a javelin thrower over there?
Yeah, there is.
Looks like it.
Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about these things. What?
Didn't keep him.
Apparently not. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's okay. She'll be fine. She has a lot of defensive benefits anyway that none of the other characters have. Like, she's very much not supposed to be in combat. Mm-hmm. Okay. And also looks like we've done a fair job of taking these guys out already.
The Horde.
Guess I can just hit these guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now he's pulled onto Barrack.
Okay, good.
That's good. Yeah, I want to get control lightning, but I haven't figured out where we can get that yet, which is kind of unfortunate.
But
I guess
we have a number of people that can teach it to, or do you have to learn
no,
it before?
nobody knows lightning. We can learn the skill, but we haven't learned the like how to do it.
Yeah.
The sigils and stuff. Which is okay. I don't know, I guess at the same time, as much as I would love to learn, I guess, lightning, we've also got like 3-4 other element types that I roll with.
I thought for sure you would have learned lightning in the storms area.
Yeah, but that was kind of more of wind.
Oh, it's wind.
Surprisingly, there's no wind magic in this game now that I'm thinking about it. Also, it looks like the censor has fled.
Oh. Or
Yeah.
she just went into the ruins?
Yeah, so we're probably going to be fighting the censor towards the end of this area. Which I guess makes perfect sense to me. It'd be weird if you fought the area boss at the end. This probably means we're not going to be fighting the sages that much. Oh, hey, missive.
Oh, hey. This is from Meothis, right?
Yep.
Dude, this is the sort of question that can get you killed. Very little is known about the Archons are born or come into power, and my long life has taught me that Kairos and the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. I heard of Ash. He will always be merely Ash to me. Before Kairos renamed him and gave him his legion that backhanded title. As a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen of the northern kingdoms lost and left and right, Ash was always a good leader, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of isn't even until the end of the northern conquest. Sometimes I'm reading these sentences and they don't make sense to me.
Yep.
The earliest mention of isn't even.
Yeah.
It should be of it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, until the tail end of the Northern Conquest. And if you read the journals, they don't tell stories of grievous harm warded off by Ash's stern looks. Instead, they talk of his soldiers finding their fears and doubts lifted from them by Ash's presence. A careful reading suggests the ability to actively protect physical harm came years later, as that bond grew, and more importantly, as his legend grew. That legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ash's case, he had some early inklings of a power, the ability to assuage the burdens of his men. And as he took up on the mantle of power and became known all across Terratus as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just their fears and doubts. Thus, my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it. Foster fear. Foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Meothis.
Ask about Kairos' wrath. Dear Meothis, thank you for weighing in on all of this. To ask perhaps too obvious a question. If I am such an anomaly, such a threat, why hasn't the Overlord dealt with me right away? An edict is just a simple request. An edict, or just a simple request to bleed Mark would be no small threat. Neither seems to have happened yet. What is your take on this? Why hasn't Kairos dealt with me?
Ooh, do you need all types of magic to open that?
Kind of looks like it. Okay. Has been blocked by magical field. Isn't clear on how one might remove it. Let's...
Yeah, try ice magic.
This is what happens when the masters of warding magics compare notes for centuries. Regular doors and boring locks fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire had done us a favor and burnt away all of these barriers, but we're not so lucky. There's a sequence to lower the barriers, but as custom and paranoia dictate, the sages use different sequences every day, and I'm guessing whomever set this one up is long gone, likely dead. We'll need to look for something that might help.
What a smart idea. I'll have to see if I can get something like that for my room.
Okay, I just want to try this. Oh. Yep.
Huh?
Nope, doesn't look like it changed a dang thing.
Okay.
Anyway, Lantry. Lantry's leveled up. Guess I'll keep working on that. Let's see. Finally, I can gift of moments. Okay. Ooh. Anything else we want to do? Because, like, this is useful.
I really like the music in these rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll pick up his ability first. Then we'll figure everything else out. Okay. Oh, I still love the fact...
Hey, what's the
I'll check it in a second.
magnifier?
There we are. Kairos' edict has transformed this floor into a molten lake of fire, and the sages more time to prepare. Larger swaths of... Never mind. Okay. Lantry stops suddenly and looks around, his eyes wide. I almost didn't recognize it. He points southeast down the hall. This is where we made parchment. There are dozens of hides stretched out on enormous drying racks, filthy piles of goat hair, vats of rendering fat. Quite a busy workshop we had going. And it also happened to smell like diseased pigs defecating on burning goats. That I don't miss. Okay. Anyway, sage more time to prepare. Larger swaths of the library would have been saved. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's anything. Yeah, the music in here is actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. Oh. But this is just an injured sage.
As you approach the bodies at the end of the hall, the sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, feigning death.
You're gonna make a joke? Really?
I kind of want to. Wow, I'm convinced both these bodies are totally dead.
You've gained favor with Pete and Mark for your sense of humor.
The sage sighs and looks up at you. I wasn't sure that would work. Well, I was absolutely sure it wouldn't, but how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. I've been hiding in the area ever since the edict tore this place apart. You can never be too careful. He stops, staring intently at you. You're a Fatebinder! He coughs, blood flecking his lips. He wipes them clear with the back of his hand. I can't believe there's a Fatebinder in the Vellum Citadel. You're the one that declared the edict here, you know. It's because of you. It's because you warned us about what was to come that we were able to cast a spell to preserve the Citadel before the edict could destroy it. I don't know if anyone got to thank you for that. Kind of backfired on us, though. It didn't stop the edict. It just froze everything in place as it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. He shrugs, winces, and coughs up more blood. Not that it's doing us any good with the Scarlet Chorus in here. Did you see how many of those thugs ran in? When I saw the mentor, I knew I couldn't stay in hiding any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone else from getting in, so I activated the barrier by the door. It doesn't explain why you're dying. Well, I came over here to destroy the piece of the passcode so no one could get through. He points at the shelf behind him. But this one must have followed me. He attacked me and told me he killed me, but if I didn't tell him how to get through. He laughs and winces again. You can see how well that went for him. Please, Fatebinder, you have to protect the Citadel from the Scarlet Chorus. Don't let them destroy it. That piece of the passcode will get you through the first barrier, and the rest, find the rest and keep them from those monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock our secrets.
So are you gonna try helping him, or are you just
Sure,
gonna
why
ask for
not?
narration?
Let me try and bind those wounds. That's okay. I know I'm not long for this world. Don't worry about a single sage when there is so much more to save. Just keep the Citadel safe, please. He lets out a quiet moan and then falls dead at your feet.
Aww.
Well,
Whatever's on that shelf must be powerful. Let's check it out.
okay, glowing book. This book contains a number of distinctive symbols and phrases that are repeated multiple times. They're likely significant.
Yay, lore!
How fortuitous! Lantry exclaims, looking over your shoulder at the scrap of paper you pull from the shelf. That truly is a part of the passcode needed to bypass the barrier, protecting the silent archive. I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigils. Truth is, in all my decades at the Velen Citadel, I never once set foot anywhere near the archive. He starts thumbing through the shelf, opening books, flipping through the pages, and shaking them by the spine to loosen any loose scraps of parchment that might be hidden within. Scrolls here are blank. Looks like they're stored here along with the implements and ingredients to make more ink. Let's see. Though the amount of heat rushing through this fissure is intense, the lower floor somehow remains
The structural damage
intact.
is less severe up ahead. We should investigate.
It isn't clear why the library hasn't been wholly consumed by the lava.
What is down there? It doesn't look like it was hit with the same level of destruction as up here.
Okay, so we have the ability to cross over somehow. I guess maybe this lets me clear this part of the barrier?
Okay.
There we go.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect. Though I doubt any other barriers are going to be this easy to bypass. Keep that phrase. This is a good sign. If they had not secured the silent archive, they wouldn't have bothered to leave passcodes for any returning sages.
So you just needed the one symbol? Oh.
Now, how exactly do you think you're going to go away? An exasperated voice asks. Okay, now get these worthless asses moving before I tell the censor myself. And if I get the shackle... And if... well... That was really fast. Oh well. It was just threatening. Anyway, Fat Ulston. A haggard man stands in the middle of a group, addressing them through clenched teeth. They are lounging in the room, almost completely ignoring him. If you can't get in line, I swear I'll leave you to burn in this forge. Do you want that?
Can you talk through your teeth?
Just listen to me. And we can all get out of here with our eyebrows intact. They're just glowing parchment fragments. How hard could they be to find? He notes your approach and calls out, shooting the rest of the group an admonishing look. Fatebinder, what are you doing here? He looks back at his gang. I thought you fools blocked the passageway. One of his men snorts and shrugs, and then goes back to ignoring him.
So
Do my eyes deceive, or did you just
Ears.
question my actions?
You've gained favor with Bleed Mark.
The man recoils, and a look of terror crosses his eyes. No, I only meant it was odd to meet you here. He glances at his men, who are restraining laughter at his expense. Forgive me, Fatebinder. He attempts an awkward bow, eliciting more laughs from the group. I figured the censor sent you to check up on us. Don't worry. We will be the first group to get through that barrier and find the silent archive.
Of course you will. A disorganized group of malcontents led by a man who can't even keep control of them? That's some real competition, I tell you. I'd be surprised if you made it out of this room, let alone into the archive.
A mangy rat king could coordinate better than this lot. I doubt we need to spend much time convincing ourselves over those who trip over their feet, much less command.
Do my ears deceive me, or did the metal man just make a salient point? Well now, Barrick, maybe you're not quite as thick as I thought. Certainly better than these cretins.
I'm sorry, Mr. Siren. I didn't know you were here. Fat Ulston makes an awkward bow to the mocking delight of his men. I did not mean to imply that I was in any way superior to you. It's the heat and these fools. They're as scared as baby beastmen. Let's see. Do you need anything else? Hey, I like number 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do we
Well-
want to just skip to that? Because the rest of this is... Well, okay, tell me about the contest. He looks at his men who stare back blankly. I assumed you knew. Why else would the censor have let you in? He shrugs, absent-mindedly scratching his armpit. She's put us to the compete. We're supposed to find the silent archive. And it isn't just like the chorus to have a contest that gets a score of decent soldiers killed. Which is why we're bent on finding the archive first.
Whoa, there's a lot of options now.
Okay. He goes at his crew. Rather, we were bent on finding it. This lot are squeamish as babes who don't want to singe their hair on their toes. Haven't even found a single piece of the passcode. We blocked the passage so no one could even follow us, and they sat down and refused to move.
So do you want to ask about the archive, or do you want to
Sure.
do any of those yet? Because you can always go back to... Wait, you can ask more about the contest?
I like the number 7 one, but let's do what's so special about the archive. It's the heart of the Vellum Citadel. They say it's the most valuable records are stored there. Books that only senior sages knew about before the cataclysm. The voices of Nurat wants it destroyed so that Kairos' wrath against the sages is complete. The archive is said to have some magical properties too. Ulston frowns. Supposedly, the archive is the sole reason the art library is still standing. I don't know. We're just looking for it.
Okay, so we have athletics, address the group, you are pathetic.
I like number
Your
7.
leader gave you an order, I suggest you follow it. But what leader is that? Like him, Ulston?
Yeah.
Okay, address
Yeah.
You're being held back by the louts. Wouldn't you rather go forward alone? So what, is he just going to run off and kill himself? Or address the group? Ulston seems like a real pushover. If you kill him, you can get your own way. Or address the sages. I helped you once and warned you about Kairos' edict. Help me destroy these fools and you may yet live. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
So, I helped you once and warned you about Kairos' edict. Help me destroy these fools, and you may yet live still. Damn it, Fatebinder, what are you doing? Ulston says he draws his weapon. The sages, bolstered by your words, attack Ulston and his group. Aha!
How many sages are there? I don't see
Just
any.
2, these guys.
Okay.
Okay, sadly, the group is
So
angled wrong. What? Let's try doing iron tolling. There we go. That's the stuff.
how many of them are there? That seems like a lot.
Okay. There's a bunch.
4?
There's 4
5?
of them. Hardly an issue, though.
So he was just under the impression that the censor had let you in and that you were on their side?
Yeah. Whoopsie. Bit of an error in judgment at that one.
Are both the sages dead already?
No. There they are.
Oh, they're the ones with
Yeah,
the
they've got the
muzzles.
iron muzzles on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see. I guess we'll do this. Yeah, I'll take the muzzle off, I guess. I probably shouldn't have done that.
What did you do?
Put the iron muzzles on them?
Oh, you had?
Guess
Can you talk with them?
maybe not. Nope. Doesn't look like I can talk with them at all.
Well, that's because they can't talk.
Well, you'd think you could take the iron muzzles off. Oh well. Guess not.
That's unfortunate.
Well, yeah.
Looks like you're on the other side of that room.
Yep.
So, a bloodhound.
Gaptooth, there's someone out here.
The Sai carries all the way out to you.
Wait,
no,
it's
a
another woman?
Yep.
The Sai carries all the way out to you.
Then tell them to get their asses in here.
Get your asses in here. Gaptooth wants to talk to you. What? They don't know either?
Guess not. What are these? Just scrolls?
Scrolls.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Ooh, a broken wall. Push over.
I'm gonna go check this out first. Oh, hi. Bloodhound.
Why don't
Horde.
you, check the scrolls.
Go discuss things with Gaptooth. Don't go any further or there'll be trouble. Okay.
Okay, so what? It seems like you're giving Oh, there's more of the sages with muzzles.
Yep. Arcane Scroll. You get Sigil of Strength 2, which is kind of moot. We'll talk to Gaptooth in a second, but I'm going to explore first.
I thought they said don't go too far.
Well, that was towards the staircase to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just exploring the area. There's stuff to do, scrolls to get. A sage.
A sage. And you can talk with him.
The sage backs away a few steps, putting his hand up his hands as he does.
Oh.
He says through the brittle covering
Bridle.
his mouth.
Oh.
I know too well of being trapped in a cage of someone else's making. Fatebinder, we must free him.
Remove the muzzle. Muzzle. Let's get that off of you. The sage sighs and gingerly rubs his jaw. Thank you for taking that horrid thing off. At first I thought you might be chorus members. They're nearby, I can hear them. I would leave, but they've blocked the exit and I can't open the barrier without the right key. Well, you're free to go. The way is clear. I can never thank you enough for what you've done for me. Take this. Maybe it'll help you. I was unable to finish my research. Maybe you can. Looks around warily. I'll find a way out of here. What did we get? Hey, new library research.
Wait, he is going to be able to run past them? I thought he'd get killed.
Hey, he's going a different way.
Oh, he's going a different way. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I wish, kind of going back to your whole thing about, like, opposing Kairos, I just wish I could, like, recruit these people as, like, my own personal force.
The thing is, you could have
Well,
recruited the
but-
Tides.
but
You
it
could
would've-
have recruited the Tearsmen.
But it would have been at the, like, betraying Kairos and stuff. I just want to be like,
I mean, you could.
yo, surrender to me, and, you know, you'll survive. And you just kind of do this, like, eventually you are the Spire Lord, and you've got your own personal army of Tidecasters and Sages and stuff like that.
Sort of what the Rebel path would have been.
Yeah, but, like, then Kairos is like, I don't like what you're doing, and I'm like, I have an army! But instead it's just me. We'll figure it out. Anyway.
Well, that's the thing. You might be caught without any army at the end of this. And
Well,
losing Kairos.
we'll find out.
Okay. A rough-looking woman stands in the gap made by a broken wall, turning to address you as you approach.
So, the censor didn't trust 4 groups to get what she wanted and sent another one in.
She shakes her head.
More groups. Talk about an excessive use of force.
She throws her hand in the air.
For Kairos' sake, it's still just a library. It's not gonna get up and walk away. We have time to get the archive. I even know where a piece of the passcode is.
4 groups, what do you mean?
You know, groups to compete in the censor's little game.
To the death and all that?
She squints at you. Do you really not know, or are you just playing stupid? Either way,
I'm not in the mood for babysitting idiots.
my current problem is Numley's group down below. They're guarding one of the passcode pieces, and they can be particularly stab-happy. I don't want to cross their path with a molten pit nearby, so I'm trying to decide what to do.
Tell me more about this archive.
What do you take me for? Your own personal sage? She holds up a hand and starts counting off facts like a checklist.
It's in the library. It's rumored to be incredibly powerful. It's behind an impenetrable barrier.
We need to find the passcode to get to it. The censor is particularly itchy to get her hands on it.
The problem is she sent all of us in to get it, and only one group was allowed to claim they did.
And that means a lot of... She puts her hand to her throat and mimes strangling, making a gagging noise. Such is the way of the chorus.
Well, I warned you about Kairos' edict, so you could escape before it being destroyed. Help me kill this gang and you'll escape again.
As the sages look with determination on each other and back to you, Gaptooth's eyes fill with fury and rage.
You worthless ink suckers will burn along with the Fatebinder. Kill them all!
Whee! Combat. Alright. Let's see. Start with iron tolling. There we go. That's the stuff.
Now, would
Fireball.
someone who hadn't interacted with the Vellum Citadel have come here? Would it have still been intact?
No, I think the Vellum Citadel gets blown up no matter what.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This game does not vary that much. It's got a really nice branching story system, but it's not branched enough.
Because, I mean, it is nice that because you gave the sages time, you can appeal to them for their aid. Even though they were muzzled. How are they eating? How are any of the people eating in here? Like, they say that since the edict was cast, what was it, a year or two ago? 3?
Yeah, well, the conquest of the tiers has been going on for like 2 years.
Okay, so they can't have been wearing muzzles for years.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Maybe there is a way to eat in this entire mess.
Maybe they
I
use
just don't know
magic.
what it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they just go back to their work.
Yeah.
It's too bad you can't go to every single one and take their muzzles off and have them run. But I suppose they don't want to.
Yeah. They're back to just working. I guess a lot of them are more interested in trying to preserve
The knowledge.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's Numbly.
Numbly.
Oh. Oh. Wisps. What?
Ooh, nice statue. Sage statue. How can you get across the water? Or, not water. The lava.
Okay. A large man stands with his back to you, gesticulating wildly at the beastmen around him. He points north, up to the stairs at the wall of the shelves on the rise. Go get it, you mangy freak. It's not gonna hurt you. That's a piece of the passcode. I just know it. The beastman is currently yelling.
That is a man.
He's currently yelling at. Vehemently shakes his head. No! Shiny crackly thing, hurt beast. Will not touch. No! That was a spell cast by the sage. He points at a body near the stairs, who is now dead, by the way. So, there isn't going to be any more shiny crackly light to hurt you. Just go get it. The rest of us need to stay here and keep anyone else from getting to it. Go! The beastman shakes his head again. The man makes a noise of disgust. You're worthless, all of you. How did I get stuck with the monster brigade?
It is funny. He has like 3 beastmen and 1 sage.
Okay, the man turns to you. His ill-fitting armor is straining against his chest. What are you doing here? His face takes on a sour look as he shakes his head. Never mind, I don't really care. We're not going to let you pass, no matter your reasons. This is a contest. This contest isn't a bag. If anyone's going to get to the Silent Archive first, it will be me. And if you think I'm letting you anywhere near that piece of the passcode, think again. Someone already tried to take it from me and failed. There's a conspicuous cough from behind the man, who rolls his eyes and looks over his shoulder. Us. Well, I'm the Fatebinder of Tunon, and I suggest you move. I have business here. Titles mean nothing to me, and they mean even less down here. Does your title protect you in a library wreathed in unending flame? Doubtful. Actions have more meaning than words ever will.
You would be well to watch yourself, peasant. You speak to a Fatebinder, and you will address him appropriately.
And Numbly's eyes widen in appreciation. Sheeran here, in the flesh? Wow, this is fortunate for me. If I get to kill a Fatebinder and a songbird at the same time.
Siren laughs, her melodic voice cutting through the chaotic noise around you.
You will try, and you will fail like everyone else who has dared to stand against us. You will see plenty of action.
I'm tired of asking about the contest in the archive. Can I start skipping that so we can just murder these people? Alright, I'll take that as a yes.
What? Okay.
What? I was getting bored of just asking about the contest, because every single time it's just like, we have a contest here, and it's like, yes, I understand. What? Striking iron, dang it. Or iron towel. Oh. They keep knocking me over. That's a problem. Iron tolling. Okay, now we did iron tolling. Now we start casting magic.
Oh, it's a shame that the spellcasters are also against you.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get an option this time.
Maybe if you had asked more questions,
Oh, maybe you're right.
like maybe the contest.
Well, okay, fine.
I would, because remember how it wasn't until we asked about the contest that we were given the subterfuge, athletics, and like
That's a
other
good point.
ones.
What, do we want to go back and redo it so we could get those?
We don't need to.
Let's do it. I mean, this combat is, like, hellaciously fast anyway.
Okay, it's just we're not reading all that dialogue.
Oh, no.
again.
Heck no. Yeah, I totally forgot we did get the extra subterfuge and whatever options. I just thought they'd show up, and in this case, we didn't. Well, whoops. Whatever.
You see, I always exhaust most of the options. What is bad is when you try exhausting options
And it actually takes away your options?
takes away options. I don't like that.
Tell me about the Silent Archive. Tell me about the contest. And... nothing. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to move
And there's no
human
way to
forward
sneak
this time
past
around.
them.
Nope.
So we didn't need to go back.
Yeah, we didn't. But this way we get to do combat a little bit more efficiently.
What was inefficient about your previous combat?
We were surrounded.
Okay.
This way I get to fire fireballs into a group, and Barrack gets to tank every hit. We should probably drink some more potions. I should probably load him up with some more potions. That fireball
What's
spell
Brotherhood
is good.
Stout completed? We've been getting a lot of these notifications.
Oh, that's research stuff.
Ah.
And, or, not, it's not always research stuff. What it is, I actually have a number of NPCs at the Spires that automatically create stuff for me. And so they're making, actually, if it's that, you know, I don't know as much. Because that's the smithing spire.
Everyone's gone? Or they're on the ground? I see.
Well, almost all of them are dead, so there's that too. It's just the 2 remaining sages. But you'd think we'd give up after a certain point. I guess these are a little bit more committed
guy
to the
blew
whole fighting thing. That fireball is satisfying.
Okay, so is there any way across that lava?
Eric actually got wounded. Oh yeah, of course there is. Let's see, I'm just gonna come up here first. What's this? Plaque is so smudged and scratched that you can't read most of it, but it mentions a new binding technique and mastering the magic to preserve the scrolls. Beyond the gaping hole in the floor, hundreds of scrolls fill the shelves on the far wall. Okay, we also get a ring. Sigil of Lightning. Okay, glowing book. Contains a number of distinctive symbols and phrases. Okay, take the book and translate the phrases. Copy the phrases and keep a record of them.
Find more parchment pieces, find the remaining
What's this?
parchment pieces.
First Kings of Stalwart.
Ooh, this document chronicles the early days of the Regent bloodline in Stalwart, which we just ended. Okay, hidden among the list of names and titles, you find the story of Queen Portia, who stripped her infant child of any legal claim to the throne to stave off an assassination attempt. The event set a legal precedent that has lasted for centuries. You think someone might find that of interest. But we...
Too late. We lured our way straight past it.
That we did.
I have no regrets on that, by the way.
Oh, no, definitely not. That was the only way that we'd be able to get out of there with Amelia, but...
Technically, you could go back to Tunon's court, and ask somebody about it, or find that piece of research, or I think there's like 1 or 2 other ways to do it.
What's this book? Magic Sigil.
Oh, this is for researching. It's like the ore and whatever that we've been finding, so it's just new research that we can do. Which I should do at some point.
There's another group down here?
Yep.
But they're fighting.
Oh, it's the
it's
Oathbound.
Ruining the whole.
We need to protect him.
Iron tolling. Oh. Oops. Didn't notice the trap. Okay, that's fine. We'll just camp after this, probably. Okay, Barrick is getting smacked around.
Ooh, he needs heals.
Lantry is not as interested in healing as I thought he was going to be. Okay, thank you, Quickening.
I wish there was a way to prioritize, like, character...
AI, yeah.
Like, you know how there's the ones that are, like, defense, offense, healing?
Yeah.
I know that you can do that with pet or minion AI in certain games.
You might be able to in this game, but I think part of it is, since I have complete control over the game, it's my fault for not making them do things. It's okay. I mean, we'll just camp. I've got plenty of camping supplies.
Okay, let's
So
talk
it's
to
not
him.
an issue. You have my thanks, Fatebinder. I thought I would surely die in this furnace.
Oh, and he just leaves.
And there we go.
We got 1 of 2.
And then we get random stuff. And yeah, how many wounds has he picked up? Yeah, we'll camp. It's not like there's a time limit. The only issue with camping really is that it costs me money.
Yeah.
Which is technically...
Ooh, stuff. And also wisps.
Yeah, we'll take out these guys first. Just in
Oh,
case
wow,
they
that one's
aggro me.
actually in front of the bookshelf with one of the parchments. But how did these guys get here? I thought they were nowhere near the old walls.
They're pulled in by Karis's magic.
Mm.
Okay, what are these weak to? These are weak to fire. Awesome, I have fireballs now.
Now the other ones are going to
Okay.
be weak to what? Like,
Ice.
Ice. Okay.
Which also works. Perfectly fine for me. I guess we might as well do iron tolling before they get too close. That gives them a defensive bonus anyway. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the little ones are almost dead, so I can just switch to pure ice. Kind of no problem. Unfortunately, I have a greater...
Variety of fire spells.
Yeah, I should probably switch.
I would say make a really good spell for each type and then add additional ones.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't mattered that much yet. Like, we haven't gotten overwhelmingly into trouble just because of my lack of variety.
No, so we still have more parchment pieces to find.
Here. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna pick ice. We're gonna pick... What's material force do? Freezing grip. Oh, this is a, code of weapons. Path of Frost. Rime Spike. Icicle Storm.
You already have an icicle storm and you already have a...
Yeah. Well, I don't have Rime Spike.
Right.
Because I took it off. Actually, maybe I can do something with Rime Spike now. Oh, right. I know what I can do. No, we don't want to do this. We actually want to do this. Give it an AoE.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You have a lore of 135.
Yeah.
That would be your max.
Okay, and I'm going to get rid of Mantle of Flames. There. So we've got Mantle of... Unsettled Core, which is Mantle of Stone.
Mm-hmm.
AoE Rime Spike, AoE Fireball. This makes me a little bit more even. I would like to get to the point where I can...
Are you gonna get that pile of
Oh, yep.
rubble?
Missed it.
More scrolls.
Wonder if we're going to have anything that Lantry needs to...
Investigate or look at? I
Yeah,
don't know.
just like the last place. Okay, here we go.
Woo-wee.
Can I get down there? Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe you have to climb.
We can jump across.
I
Huh.
suppose if it's a small enough area, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these guys are strong against fire, weak against ice. Looks like across the board. Good. Can I... I forget. How do I do this?
Oh, did you forget to assign your skill?
There we
or-
are. Yeah, so... I haven't really been particularly aggressive about lining up all of my spells or moves or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rime Spike. Let's do... There we go. So he's going to do that. We're going to cast... Where are we? There we are.
Bum, bum,
Did I get
bum.
him? There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I've got fast mode on, so you really have nothing to complain about. And let's try using our line. Yeah, I'm pretty good at remembering which ones of these are ours. Yeah, the other reason why I don't like fast mode is it doesn't let me queue up my skills as much as I'd like. Because combat just goes so fast.
Oh, we just have the bookshelf on the other side.
Yeah. It's got goodies on it, though. I mean, it's all just trade goods. They almost never have anything, not worth going for, if that makes any sense.
So I wonder about the, like, climbing down on the right side. Can you do that? Can you do that?
How the devil do we get
Oh,
up
up there.
here? Oh, I see. This place is,
Multi-tiered. But
yeah, it's multi-tiered, but it's also interconnected. So we have to go up and then back down and stuff. Oh, jeez. As you approach the edge of the boiling lake of lava, you see a head break the surface. The man lets out a piercing scream and sinks below again. Moments later, it pops up, a little further this time, and floats on the lava, his eyes glazed. His shirt is torn, and you see elaborate tattoos on his chest, and he sinks yet again. Oh, that can't be! Lantry's eyes widen and his jaw drops. Comfortable. I can't believe it works! His eyes remain fixed on the man in the lava. Lantry's hands instinctively begin to sketch the scene on the parchment. That sigil on his chest. It's actually working! Do you know this fellow? One of the newer scribes. I'm not sure I rightly know. Perhaps it's for the best. Hard enough to see him in that state. I can't imagine someone I care about in that sort of misery. My hunch tells me he was trained enough to recognize that sigil, but foolish enough to overestimate its utility. Such a waste. With a smile, Lantry clears his throat, trying to sound upbeat. But he made his contribution to arcane lore. He field tested the sigil. We know it mostly works.
So are you going to leave him to his fate, cut the symbol out of his chest, or help him out of the lava?
Let's help him out of the lava. You wait until he floats back to the surface of the lava. He screams and his arm swings up, allowing you to grab it and pull him to you. You drag him across the rock and turn him over, allowing the molten rock to drain from his lungs. He sits up and he looks at you briefly. Then his eyes cast about wildly. What? Where? He leans forward and coughs a little. I can still smell it. Most of my hair is burned off days ago, but the stench clings to my nostrils. I can't believe you found me. I was about to stop struggling in hopes that the ward wouldn't prevent me from drowning. Sage Gaffney! Didn't recognize you covered in molten rock. You should have been part of the first evacuation group. Selwyn must be worried sick. Master Selwyn is dead, so his sickness needn't be an issue. But you don't need to lecture me twice, Master Lantry. I want to be as far from this sweltering death trap as possible. Where'd you learn that magic? Learn? This was drawn on me by the Master's hand, an experiment in preservation magic a year or so before this whole edict of fire nonsense began. It's for your own good, he shouted at me at the time. Hated when he's right. Hated even more when he hurled candles at me to test his magic. It's best not to ask too many questions. Just get out of here before anything else happens. Well, I suppose thanks are in order. I hope I can make my way out of here. The floor plan's changed, to say the very least. And you'll need to keep an eye out for any Chorus goons lurking in the area. Run along now, and don't look back. There's no home left to save. The sage looks around, getting his bearings, then slowly makes his way up the ramp and out of your sight. I wanted that sigil. Alright, whatever.
Well, you would have had to have cut it from his chest.
Yeah, that would be horrifying. I think I'll pass on that kind of behavior. Okay.
Well, also, Lantry seemed to know the dude.
Well, Master Lantry, it sounds like Lantry is a little bit more important than he's letting on. Okay. Ooh, we've got a lot of stuff to collect from our spire. Okay, and we also picked up precise action, and I don't know, like, I've got 135 lore, but with some of these, it seems like if you ever want to make some of the, like, really powerful spells, you're gonna have to play, like, too much of this game
Well,
somehow.
the problem is you're gonna have to keep stacking stuff.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. My lore stat is raising pretty fast. Because, what was it earlier, 124?
Rising.
I don't know. It is rising. Obviously. It's an RPG.